Hello everybody, it's the Harbinger. This is Wingspan on Steam, the base edition, and this is our opening hand. I quite like the Ruddy duck in the base game. Getting access to 2 more cards and looking at them in the early game is really good. I also don't mind the Spotted Sandpiper. It's very cheap and lets you draw additional cards. Ruby-throated Hummingbird is also a great card as it lets you gain some food while in any other habitat. And yeah, Acorn Woodpecker is just very expensive to get online early, so I don't think this is gonna be. I don't think that's gonna be our main guy here. In the bird tray we have 2 migratory birds and the Mississippi kite. Not too excited about either of these, but the migratory birds are better in the base game than they are in Oceania. I just don't think they are too worth it, but they can get you they can give you tempo faster if that's something you need here. It's not really that good. You basically spend the entire action of 2 birds to gain 2 points. That's 1 point a bird in action, and you can't use this food on anything else, and yeah, it's just not a good. It's not a bad combo, but it's not reliable, and if you can pull it off every single time, which you can't, you are only getting 1 point a bird out of it. So it's okay. The double-crested cormorant is an okay way to gain points via tucking if you have lots of fish to spend anyway, but basically activating this guy is basically like playing a bird that doesn't cost any eggs, that costs 1 fish to play and gives you 2 points, and doesn't take egg spots and stuff. Yeah, so it's not that good because you spend resources to get it, and you can't use these resources as anything else. The raven, where you can spend 1 egg to gain 2 food, that's resources you can put into gaining an advantage further down the game. So I'm gonna take these 3 birds here. I think this guy is gonna let us look at a lot more cards. This guy is gonna give us additional cards, and we can sack some of them to the Ruddy duck if you don't like them. And so these guys are gonna cycle through lots of cards to give us quart quality. This guy is gonna give us access to additional eggs or additional foods, depending on where we're picking. And he's basically also gonna be a guarantee that we get something into the forest for the first running goal if we need that, and if we decide to activate him, we can decide when we want to do that. Okay, wildlife gardener or platform builder. I usually like to say that platform builder has birds that are scoring higher anyway, so all equal, you want to go for platform builder, but I'm not too good on the spread of the cards in the base game, so it might be different here. But I don't think that there are very many high value ball nests in the base game. So yeah, okay, everything done. Let's go here. So we are starting with the Ruddy duck. Gonna spend the grain to play him, as he's the one we took that eats grain. And then we need to find out pretty early, do we want to play the Hummingbird in the grasslands so we can get more eggs, or do we want to play him here as we want to take him for more food? And that kind of depends on the cards you pull. So I'm gonna pull some more cards here and see if there are any birds here we get out of the first 1 or 2 pulls that we want to be our first bird in either the grasslands or the forest. So if you don't get that, then we need to make a decision. So 1 more pull here is handle the crane. That can be pretty neat in some situations, but it's also the same thing as with the cormorant, that you basically need to we need the star nests for this. Yeah, I'm gonna sack the crane here because It's a neat bird when you get a combo off, but if you when you need to spend the food to get that, it's easier to get grain than yeah, it's just a 2 bird 2 points combo, which I'm not too fond of. We have several birds we can play in the forest here. They are just not that easy to play off a single food Ruby Thread Hummingbird. So I'm going to go in with this guy in the forest as the first thing we do, and maybe play out a red-tailed hawk here so we can get up to more eggs down the line. It really depends on whether or not we can pull something additional here. So I'm gonna take first. Reroll. We don't gain another rodent. In that case, I think we're gonna take a worm. We don't mind playing out high points birds either. So let's see here. One more attempt. Okay, we are not going to play this guy out before we activate the grasslands, and that's fine. We can afford to wait just a little bit of that. Getting up to the second column here is very important. That's going to cost 2 eggs, so we are just going to do that for now. And I think Sandpiper and Blue-winged Warbler are going to be great for options for that. And it's very tempting to jump and take 1 or 2 of those rodents that are there now. There isn't really anything in the tray I'd rather pick over that anyway, so I am going to do that. Yeah, let's just take both the rodents. We have platform builders, so we kind of want to prioritize rodents over other food when we can here. And sure, a cherry for the red-eyed Vivero. We can probably spend down the road to play more stuff. Then I think we're gonna play out the spotted Sandpiper. And then we can work on a plan for the coming further birds we want to play here. Draw some more cards. Chipping Sparrow is an awesome bird, one of my favorite birds from the base game. It is very high value to get out early, and yeah, really happy to have the option of playing it here. Let's see. Yeah, let's toss back the Coming Nighthawk here. Its main benefit is that it allows you to delay going to the grasslands until you really want to do it. I don't think that we are a delay grasslands build though, so I think we will prioritize playing out grasslands birds in the coming period here. We can sack some of the cheaper birds to gain more egg. No, we can't. We need to sack food to make this happen here. We could put the Chipping Sparrow in the grasslands also. It's still a point generator bird, but so putting this guy here just to get its ability means that we have to activate it 6 times before it is in the same power level as the Greater Roadrunner. We probably have 6 activations in us, so I don't think it's gonna be an issue, but just be aware that you need to, these very cheap birds, you need to evaluate whether or not they are worth it to play over a longer period of time. It's not worth overpaying for it when you can't. I don't know what I was thinking there. So yeah, don't worry. Let's see. The Paris Golden Eye though. we don't have any place to put the eggs if we have it out, so never mind. Take all the food we can here, take another food. Let's let the opponent take food first. Maybe they take the grain. They did. That makes us able to reroll and pick up a high value rodent here. We aren't gonna be able to use the rodent for a while, but or the second rodent for a while, but it's neat to have it in the back pocket once we find more of those high cost birds. Play out 3 eggs here. Ooh, that one would have been nice to actually play out in the grasslands. That's a point generator bird in the grasslands that doesn't cost you egg space. And doesn't cost you permanent resources, so it's a really good scoreboard pattern for the grasslands. Okay, 9-pointer. It doesn't have an activated ability, but it basically is gonna give you as many points as activating this guy 8 times. So it's a really good bird. In the used to play anywhere. We can even play it in the forest to get access to this place over here. Playing it in the grasslands also gives us access to this column, and it gets us closer to this column, which isn't the worst thing in the world either. 9-pointers are usually often worth picking up, so I'm gonna take that. In theory, we could pick up the downy woodpecker as well, but we already have the red-eyed vireo, which also kind of matches the platform builder mission we have, so I'm not too worried about the woodpecker. Purple gallinule, perfect. That's precisely the kind of birds we want to see here. So happy about picking that up. Catbird. Catbird, do we have a good target for the catbird here? I don't think we do. The best birds to target these guys is of course the ones that give you more than 1 point. There aren't many of those in this part of the game, so but yeah, birds that cycle cards are good. Birds that give you additional resources are good. It's lots of versatility in this card, and the further down the expansion train you go, the better these guys become, because they can copy more and more power-crept abilities. Chipping sparrow. It's not worth playing them here because they are not going to be activated enough times for it to be worth it. But it is going to be worth it to play ruby crowned into red eye into American woodcock, because that's going to give us up to this many food dyes, and it's also going to give us lots more egg space to work with. But I don't know if we are going to make it in time. We need to also prioritize filling out the grasslands with at least 4 birds. I think is a good place to aim for. Gonna pick those 2 birds. Gonna choose myself first. And they just aren't other food than the base foods here. I guess we're happy that we can play the gallinule with this food, and I just feel I'm talking a little bit too much about theory and not too much about the actual game in front of us here. So yeah, we should be playing out chipping sparrow pretty soon, just so we can get additional eggs, since we're gonna need those additional eggs very soon. We're gonna play that for the vertebrae, yes, because we want the other grains to play the gallinule, because we need 1 more bird plate for platform builder to work. And after that, I think I don't think we play the gallinule now, because we don't need it out. We don't need it out until the last round, because I don't think we're gonna activate this habitat anymore. We are done drawing cards. We need to spend the rest of the game just playing out the good plays we have here. So we're gonna need some more eggs. We're gonna prioritize laying eggs into the correct nest type here, which we only have one of. No. Okay. Get enough eggs. And yeah, getting 3 points here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then I want to get a feeling of whether or not we can play. Yeah, we can't play out this guy and lay eggs in him. That's fine. Okay, we need 1 food, 2 food, 5 correct foods to play out these guys. So can we get that pretty fast? I think we in theory can get that this turn. We can afford to spend to overspend doing that, because we're gonna get more food in return every activation after we play them out. So let's see here. We need 1 grain. Yeah, I don't think we already have the 1 grain, so we don't need that. Okay, let's take that and reroll. Okay, so we can spend the grain for that guy as well. We can spend the cherry for that. So just getting another grain here or getting a vertebrae, it's both of those are fine. Then we're gonna choose ourselves first, get the grain here. Okay. I think we can afford to play out both of those now. We just need to exactly spend cherry on you. We need to spend grain on you. And we are spending all of the eggs doing this. Oh, that's stupid. But I think I still want to do it because I still want to be able to gain. Maybe that was really stupid. Maybe that was really stupid. We should have cut down, not played this guy. Then we would also had 1 more grain to play this guy with. So we wouldn't have to overspend. Or we maybe had to overspend anyway. The worst part is losing the 3 points, losing the 6 points from not having the victory here, because they had 1 egg. We are getting lots of food from this though, so maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Sack the Barris Golden Eye here because we need the maximum amount of food we can take this turn. Yes, the opponent can reroll and choose whatever they want here. Maybe not the best decision either. Okay, let's put out some more eggs this time. We are gonna spend. Put in the correct habitat, please. Thank you. And get to look at these birds. Then we're playing out the purple Gallinule. This is a 6-point play, so and it also gets us another bird here. Hang on. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's somewhere between 5 and 7. This is guaranteed 6, so it's fine to play this. In theory, we can play the canvas back here and gain 3 more points on it because of the platform builder. Is that something we should do? Let's look at that. So here we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points by spending. Yeah, we can get guaranteed. Spending 2 actions here gives us 10 points spending the food here. We can also, in theory, get 4 more points if we are really lucky, but let's not say that. So it's between 10 and 14 points. Playing out this guy costs us 2 eggs and 2 food. Gives us 2 points here and it gives us 4 points minus 2 eggs, so 2 points plus 3. So that's That's 5 points. Yeah, it's the same as doing it here, but if we go here, we have more chances at winning the final round and goal. In addition, we are if we go this route to play out that guy, we also don't get the possibility of being lucky here, and we lose out on the final conversion of food to additional eggs, because we will run out of food we can use to do that with. So yeah, and we were lucky, so yeah, it's a no-brainer. Not playing this guy here, even though he would have given us more points, is the correct play there. I still think it's correct to play the Gallinule, because that's a guaranteed 6-point play, when the other guy is just guaranteed 5, and it doesn't mess up the amount of food we have for the activations. 50 points on Bird's Plate is fine. 100 points is a very good score in the base game. So if we can get to that, I will be really happy. There are no nectar points here, so the amount of points is available is just lower. In addition, cards are on average worse. So yeah, 91 points isn't the worst thing in the world here. Ruddy Duck Opener, really good at finding you those good cards you want to shape the rest of your run with. It's really cheap and draws you a lot of cards, and yeah, I think this was a decent showcase of what you want to do, and yeah. The dream would of course have been to have one more bird played in the grasslands before we go all in on activating it, and the birds they're looking for is like stuff like the American Robin, where you can activate them and get points that doesn't cost you resources. So Roadrunner is he hits his hunt, I think, somewhere around 40 to 50% of the time. So he isn't that good of a point generator, but he also has a high base point here. So 7 plus 3 points is the same as the red-tailed hawk with 5 plus 5. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Did Shipping Sparrow pull his worth here? I don't think we activated him enough times to be warranted play that late in the game. But we did want to play something, so we could get up to the 4th egg as well. So he didn't just fulfill his duty as with the activability. He also helped us get up here, and yeah, that's a fine conclusion of the game. I'm really sad we screwed up the play here in the forest. I was just what do you call it? I had tunnel visioned on filling out the entire habitat here. Playing this guy gave us 2 points, but also cost us 2 eggs. So it's a net gain of 0. And since we only activated the entire grasslands habitats once, the forest habitat once, after we played all of these guys, we only got 1 additional food from him, and we spent that food playing this guy, so it was just a complete dud. We shouldn't have played this guy. And even worse was it that we would have won this running goal, or maybe we only have... Yeah, we only had 1 bird there, so we would have tied the opponent here. So instead of them getting 6 points, we could 6 points more than us. We could have gained an equal 4 points each here. So that 91 could have been a 95. Yeah, and we would have had 1 more food to play around with the next round here. I don't think it would have made a lot of difference with the amount of options we had. I still think we would have done a lot of the a lot of the same stuff in the final round, we would just have had 2 more eggs. And we didn't fill up the entire egg space anyway, so yeah, it would have been fine. I think it's good what you call it, practice to go and analyze what you did right, what you did wrong in all of these games. And yeah, what do you think? Did I cover most of my correct and incorrect plays here? What would you have done differently, and what would you have done the same? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this playthrough. And that's it for today. This has been the Harbinger, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.